Yes, guys, in this video, we're going to be going through what should your first hires be when you're starting your marketing agency. So if you're anything like me, when I first started out, it was the first time I'd ever started making money, and I was really scared to actually give that away and hire people, even though I knew in my mind this is obviously the way to grow. And the main reason you need to hire is because you have to be absolutely crystal clear on how you make money. There's a rule of 80-20, which means 20% of the things that we're probably spending our time doing are bringing 80% of the results. And the 20% when it comes to marketing agencies, when you first started out, you're looking to scale up to 10K a month or above 10K a month, is you need to understand that the only revenue generating activity that you're probably doing, which is making you any money, is taking sales calls. It's going to be really important for you to expand and start hiring out different team members so you can free up your time and start putting that into taking more sales calls, essentially giving yourself more opportunities to make sales. With more opportunities to make sales, that's when we can start making more sales and getting more of that cash. So our goal is to remove ourselves essentially from the day-to-day operating of the business so we can focus on actually getting more clients and growing what we're doing. So we're going to have to make sure that we understand the delegation ladder. There are 5 levels to business, and every time you bump up one of these stages, it's going to involve hiring more people and growing out that team. The first level is admin. Every single person has an assistant to their business doing all of the things that don't really add any, day-to-day value, like replying to emails, dealing with day-to-day comms. And if you're sat there thinking you don't have an assistant to your business, it's probably you. The very first thing you need to outsource is to get someone to deal with, those low-level tasks, those, just managing your client communications, because although they are important, the CEO doesn't do that. Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, they don't get involved with initially hearing people's problems. They get involved with creating the solution. So the very first thing you need to be getting rid of is getting someone in to be your assistant, dealing with your emails, dealing with all of the day-to-day client comms, making sure everyone's happy while you can focus on the bigger picture. Once you've got rid of admin, the next level up is fulfillment. You need someone, once you sign that client, to actually be able to fulfill all of the tasks. We're talking getting them set up in the CRM, doing all of the manual labor associated to building their meta ad accounts. And this is the one where most people get stuck. It is going to be impossible for you to scale your agency, which is going to involve you having to take a mass amount of sales calls and have enough time to be stuck in fulfilling the tasks of all of the clients. And although you might be sat there thinking, well, actually, I don't want to outsource somebody to do the ads for my clients and to set the accounts up because I'm the best person for that. Yes, you might be the best person for that, but because your time is so thinly spread between running the business, doing the admin, doing the sales calls, and actually managing that account, you'd be better off having someone who's less skilled than you, but it can just be their sole responsibility and their day-to-day doing it. And your job, even though, yes, you are the best person at managing the account, you need to become a strategist. You can be writing out everything for them to do, working hard, creating some SOPs for these lower level employees to follow, and ultimately you should be able to recreate your level of ad structures and make everything the same and turn it into a repeatable process that someone 10 times less skilled than you would be able to follow. Well, number 3 is marketing. You're going to need someone in the background bringing you in leads, getting the word out there that your business exists. And funnily enough, this is actually the level of probably the clients that you're working with now and you're taking care of their problems with. Level 4, and this is a high risk hire, is going to be outsourcing sales. Now, a good salesperson is going to be a complete stream of revenue and has the potential to maybe 3, 4, even 5x what you're doing because you can double the amount of output. Something that I really struggled with outsourcing this is that I always thought I was the best person to sell because I'm the most passionate, I'm the one that cares the most, and that is true. However, there's a law of volume. If someone's full-time job is just taking calls, okay, maybe they're 80%, 70% as good as you, but if you've got 2 people just taking them at scale, as long as they're profitable, then it's definitely something that you should consider hiring. But if you get this one wrong, a bad salesman, if you're getting all your leads from ads, it's going to cost you a lot of cash. So it's one of the most important hires, and it's one that most people struggle with. Final level, which probably means you're an absolute baller, is delegating your leadership. At this point, your job is just overseeing everything, being a puppeteer, making sure every single department knows what's going on. If you can kind of train someone else to have your brain and to manage each of these departments, make sure everyone's on point, hitting their KPIs, then this is when you can end up being on the beach chilling. So in terms of your first hires for your marketing agency, the very first person you should be bringing in is a client success manager. This person is in charge of messaging the clients day to day, making sure have they got any problems. If they do have problems, it needs to get ticketed into your project management software. You can also use your client success manager to handle any of your admin tasks. I'm talking responding to emails or anything which isn't that a good use of your time. Second hire you should be making is bringing in a good media buyer. And I say good, not great, because we're not looking for the most skilled person in the world, because all of the knowledge is going to be coming from you, right? You need to be able to be so good at media buyer, have such a detailed level of understanding of ads that you can put it into a strategy and a structure. And someone with just good work ethic who has a baseline understanding, you can train them up and delegate all of the fulfillment tasks, which is going to be absolutely hours. And then you can buy back your own time and put that into taking more sales calls. This is when you can, start to increase your ad spends, bringing in more leads, or if you're not getting all your leads from ads, you can put that into doing manual outreach. Find a way of taking more calls, because only with more calls are you actually going to be able to grow your agency. Quick tips for hiring. Don't focus on hiring the best people all of the time. Focus on being such a good leader that you can take average people and turn them into absolute champions. When I'm hiring, I'm looking for people that have got good communication skills, are extremely punctual, and they're organized. And I know, because I'm going to be such a good leader, that I want to be able to train you at such an elite level that I can mold you into doing things the way that I want. I can make you skilled. And because I have that mindset, I never have to, spend too much trying to hire good people. And that's the absolute key in my experience to hiring. Look for people that have potential and turn them into great people, because you're such a good leader. Your processes are what make them good. I idolize McDonald's. Every time I'm hiring, I think, how can I create such good systems that I can become the McDonald's of my industry? McDonald's are a fantastic business because they've got this end goal of, right, we need to make an amazing burger, a Big Mac, and we need to be able to give it to people within 1 minute. And they don't have the most skilled people in the world doing it. In fact, people with almost no arms can sometimes work at McDonald's, right? But the reason those people can work in there and still achieve that dream outcome, that amazing result, is because the systems and the processes are so good. So focus on your systems and processes being amazing, that you won't need to hire A players every single time. And if you have set up your agency where you can work remote, you're traveling, and you don't have a registered office, then I would highly recommend using geographical arbitrage to your advantage. This is when you can hire people from overseas in countries like India, like the Philippines, like South Africa, where the average living wage is a lot lower. So you can pay these people, £1,000 a month, and you're giving them like a top 10% salary. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, I've tried to hire loads of people. The only way you can motivate someone when it comes down to it, I truly think, is money. Right? Are you going to hire someone for 25 grand in the UK, which means they barely want to get out of bed and you can't speak to them 1 minute after 5? The work ethic in these countries, from my own experience, is much better, and you can hire amazing employees for so cheap. Use sites like Upwork and Fiverr to do a bit of sieving. Sometimes there's not always good people at first, but spend time trying to get this role right. You can find amazing staff that you don't have to pay anywhere near as much as the UK. Hopefully you took some value there. Till next time.